genre of my film, I picked like a psychological thriller. So for my research, I researched into like thriller films and conventions of that, and then conventions of like horror films as well. So some of the conventions that I've got, it's like stereotypically like a young character, and a lot of time it's a female character as well. There's a lot of close-ups used in it. Like a lot of times like handheld shots used, and there's always like a dominant representation of gender in it. And then some of the conventions of like horror films are like low-key lighting, like it's got props of like knives and guns and things, and then it has a lot of like shallow depth of field in and deep depth of field to like create intensity. So plot narrative on my short film, it focuses on a female character who's mentally disturbed, and I'm going to use like enigma techniques of disguising one character to let so the audience know like as much as character does, and then it's not going to have like an equilibrium towards end. Hopefully it's going to follow like typical conventions of a thriller, as the female is known as like a damsel in distress. And themes and emotions in it are going to be like negative, which is why I've chosen for there to be no equilibrium at end. The little handout on the first sheet, it's kind of more of a clear indication of what the plot of it's actually going to be like with camera shots that I'm going to use and stuff. So for my character, the majority of the film, there's only going to be two characters present, and both of them are going to be female. One of the characters that I'm going to have, it's going to be disguised through like camera shots, so you never actually see the face until the end of the film. And then the protagonist is actually both the hero and the villain, so they'll be like the same character, if that makes sense. I based some of my ideas on research that I did from The Closed Door, as an example, like later on. And then I've got my ideal leader, an 18-year-old media student, like hoping to study and pursue film, that enjoys spending free time like reading Empire magazines and other film magazines, going to the cinema, watching like majority of films, not just one genre, and then she enjoys actually making her own short films in spare time. For my location, for my short film, I want to like create like an isolated location, so it looks intimidating. So I'll probably use like a lot of low-angle shots to do that. And then I've got my ideas of a location. I think I'm going to demonstrate in my house, but I've like got a cellar that I'm going to use for like some of the scenes. So for camera work, wait, I'll show this video. I've got some of the ideas from this. Film, I got like ideas from like to make it look vulnerable. It uses a lot of high angle shots, A lot of like shallow depth of field shots are used, and there's a lot of shots like where when she were opening the door, like a handheld shot. For editing techniques, from watching like the same film, it uses like a black and white effect, which I'm going to incorporate into my film. And then to build tension, a lot of time like parallel editing is used between like protagonist and antagonist characters. So I'm going to incorporate that as well. This is like just an example of one bit, like one song that's used. And I think there is a question on the second sheet. Do I have any examples of songs? Because, like when we're planning the film, my film isn't actually going to have any dialogue in it, so it's going to be based around like music and sound effects. So, and like music, like rock music to build tension, and then like era music, like conventions of a film. And then for distribution, because it has no dialogue, the possibility that it could be distributed could be international, as it can like be understood by like anyone. And then I've got platforms such as like YouTube and like Facebook and Twitter, and a lot of times there's like quite a lot of film festivals in the UK that it could be platformed on. And that's it.